Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So today's topic on which we are going to discuss about is the ultra structure of the cell. As the word ultra structure describes itself, that the ultra something that is that is in detail. So ultra structure of the cell means that the structure of the cell that is explored by an electron microscope, which shows the structures of the cell, organelles of the cell in more detail. However, we can also examine or explore this inside of a cell with the help of a light microscope, but light microscope do not give the enough details of the cell. However, with the help of the electron microscope we can get the enough details of this ultra structure of the cell, that what organelles lies inside the cell, and how we can, what are their structures. This is called the ultra structure of the cell. Secondly, we will know about we would like to continue with the topic over the structure and functions of the organelle. The structure and functions of the organelle in this, we know the cell is completely compartmentalized. It is divided into compartments. We have the separate compartment for the protein synthesis, which is synthesized by the ribosomes. Ribosomes are placed on the rough endoplasmic reticulum. They are the smooth endoplasmic reticulum for the fat synthesis, and there are a lot more organelles present inside the cell. The main central organelle which is present inside the cell is the organelle is the nucleus of the cell, which contains the most important component of the cell, which is known as the DNA and RNA. The DNA, which is known as the deoxyribonucleic acid, and this deoxyribonucleic acid contains all the information of the cell, that whatever is going to happen in the cell and what type of proteins the cell is going to synthesize. This all information is present inside the nucleus, inside the DNA of the nucleus. So this is how we are going to learn about the structure and function of the cell. So as we know that let us discuss something in detail, that what type of organelles are present in cell. Let's count one by one. First of all, the cell is completely bounded by a cell membrane, which is a thin membrane which is semi-permeable. We call the cell membrane as semi-permeable because it allows the exchange of the material between the cell and extracellular fluid. Between the extracellular fluid and inside of the cell, semi-permeable membrane allows the exchange of the material. Now let's count the organelles of the cell that are present. Number one, there is in the center of the animal cell, there is a nucleus which contains the chromatin or the DNA or nucleic acid, and outside the nucleus, there continuing with the nucleus, there are the rough endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The rough endoplasmic reticulum bears another organelle known as the ribosome, which is the two subunits, the largest subunit which is above it, and the lower and smaller subunit. And then there is the mitochondria, which is the various structures which we'll learn in our later classes. Then we have if it is a plant cell, it will possess the chloroplast. It will possess the chloroplast in the cell wall, but in the animal cells, this chloroplast and the cell wall are absent. So we were discussing the organelles. So other organelles which are present are the Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus is also present in the cell, and other organelles are also present inside the cell.